Hey everyone, welcome to the webinar. I'm so happy you guys have joined and super excited to get right into this. I'm got a lot of content for you guys, all the latest tips and tricks for Instagram marketing and how to get more followers and ultimately become an influencer that gets paid in 2020 and beyond. So got a lot of stuff, and if you guys hang on, there's a special offer at the end. You get a special actually gift at the end of this broadcast if you stay all the way to the end. So hang on for that. And with that, let's get started. So yeah, this class, I've been involved with Instagram for several years since it first launched. I've been on Instagram, and things are really changing in the game pretty much, right? A lot of big brands and big companies are realizing that hey, ads don't really work as well as they used to. A lot of people are using ad blockers and stuff like that, and the way to reach people is through influencers, and that's why it's really important. And one of the biggest opportunities these days is to become an influencer and get paid. That's not just as an individual influencer, right? You have individual influencers that are basically the celebrities of Instagram. But I'm also talking about as a brand. If you have a product, you can also become an influencer as a company, as a brand. Say, like you have a supplement company, a yoga company, whatever it might be. You can become a brand influencer that other companies look up to you and want to collaborate with you because you have such a huge following. So, it's is whether you're an individual or you have a product or service, getting a lot of followers is the game of Instagram. And without followers, you're really, you know, uh, not to say nothing, but it's you really don't have any effect on Instagram without followers. You have to have followers to make an effect and to monetize your business and to get lots of fans that are interested in the services or products that you provide. So let's get started in terms of what we'll be looking to do today on this training. And I really want to emphasize that we'll be talking about how to become an influencer in 2020 because it's always changing. And so I want to really get into that. We're going to talk about how to get followers on demand, not having to wait, having to do any of that, right? Um, where we're going to cover exactly what's working on Instagram right now. And I'm not talking about like strategies that you've heard, uh, such as fake followers or buying followers and things like that. That's not what we're going to be talking about. So if you're interested in that, this is not the place for you. This is more about real followers that get you real engagement and real sales and monetization on your Instagram profile. Finally, you're actually going to be enjoying being on Instagram because Instagram's supposed to be fun, right? It's not supposed to be work. And there is a way you can make this actually fun again and not stress out about how many likes you got or being on Instagram all day, liking and scrolling all day long. And finally, through this training, you're going to be proving to yourself that you can profit from Instagram, that it's a viable thing to do. It's something that you can do full time. You don't need to be going to a job anymore. You don't need to be going to the office anymore. Trust me, there are a lot of people that are earning a living more than a regular job, even sometimes much more through being an influencer, through being popular and having a large following on Instagram. So this is definitely something that you can do. Just real quick, I want to run down a little bit about myself. I started advertising online on Facebook at the age of 19. And then I got into advertising on Instagram and using Instagram organically to grow following. I've spoken at several marketing conferences around the world, including in London, Las Vegas, New York. Um, yeah, it's just something that I'm really passionate about. I'm really passionate about uh, what's current, what's on the cutting edge of marketing, and I really like speaking to audiences about this just because it's really a passion of mine. Another passion of mine is traveling, and that's why I really love Instagram as a business model, as something that allows me to have true freedom, allows me to actually um, live my life and show where I'm at while I'm traveling in different countries, and be able to monetize that by people really interacting with my stories and my content. That's really authentic and true for me, because it's really what I'm doing in the moment and really what I'm enjoying doing in life. And so, with that, I really have to thank Facebook and Instagram for allowing me to be financially free. It allowed me to do lots of things like travel the world, get my dream car. It allowed me to help out a lot of people that are important in my life. Allowed me to give back to causes that I really were close to me. So yeah, I really have to thank Facebook and Instagram for that. And I think this could be the case for anybody watching here, to really take advantage of the time and opportunity that we're in right now, where a lot of people are looking for inspiration, are looking for people to, um, follow online and really get inspired by. So, just real quick, here's what my life looks like right now. I love to speak at conferences, as I mentioned, traveling. That's my first trip to Thailand in 2014. Uh, that's actually where I'm at right now. I'm in Bangkok. It's kind of dark right now, but the city's behind me. Um, I'm in Thailand right now. I've been here 2 months and just been loving it out here. The weather's great. It's really cold in New York, which is where I'm from. So I decided to come out here for the winter time. You could see also got was fortunate enough through Instagram and Facebook to luckily be able to fly business class and private even sometimes, and in the middle picture. And likewise, like I mentioned, I was able to get my dream car that I always wanted since I was a little kid. I had posters of this car, of the Lamborghini Gallardo, all over my room, and I knew that if I ever made it, that's the one thing that would like to do, like to get. I'm not really about materialistic purchases so much, but the cars is one thing I love, and I really value freedom and being able to work when I want, travel wherever I want. But I just am a really big fan of cars, and the beauty of the social media world right now is like you could literally become successful and live the type of life that you want. If you want to be a hippie and go be out in Copenhagen and Thailand and live on an island, or go to Bali and do that, like you can do that. Or if you want to be a baller and show off, and you can go move to Miami and do that. So it's really up to you. Now, getting to the, the the content here, I really want you to think about what it would be like for you if you were able to get the right followers, uh, the ones that you really want to be following you. What if you could have Instagram working for you? Instead of you having to work on Instagram all day, every day, what if Instagram could be working for you? And what if you woke up every single morning to notifications of tons of new followers every single day? And you finally had your followers practically begging you to give you money. This is, and then finally, you didn't have to worry about missing the Instagram wave, because a lot of people missed the Facebook wave, they missed, Pinterest and things like that, and Snapchat, and now Instagram's kind of having like a revival, and like it's basically taking over. So this is the time to get in, and I really do have people messaging me, essentially begging me to take their money, because they really like what they see. And Instagram allows is such a visual platform that allows you to do that. So imagine that for yourself. What business or what niche are you in? Are you in the beauty niche? Are you a musician? You got music you want to sell? You want to get on SoundCloud? You got iTunes? Do you have a coaching business? You want to get more clients? Like, what does this look like for you? I want you to imagine for a second how many followers you want to see uh, on your follower count. I want you to imagine how many notifications you're getting in the morning uh, of new followers and engagement and comments and likes. I want you to imagine people in your inbox DMing you to buy your services, buy your music, buy your coaching sessions. So this is a really powerful way to to do this. Instagram is absolutely the way. And now with the content I'm going to give you, you won't have any more excuses. You're not going to be able to say that you don't have enough time. You're not going to be able to say Instagram's too complicated. Because I'm going to simplify it for you guys. You're not going to have to worry about not knowing what to post. You're not going to have to worry about, you can't say like you don't have enough followers, because you don't need a lot of followers. Even if you don't have a lot of followers, you can start to build that up. We're going to cover that. And finally, you definitely can't say your audience isn't on Instagram, because pretty much everybody uh, with internet is on Instagram. So let's get into it. Just want to say, like, my results are not typical. Your results may vary from mine. I've been doing this for a while, but I just want to put this out there. So, who is this training really for? So, this is really for if you're really serious about getting more followers on Instagram, and you're not just like, it's not going to be just a hobby for you. You're really serious about it. You realize about how important Instagram is in 2020. If you don't know how important it is, then you might have been living under a rock, I gotta say. But no, it's really everywhere. It's the new business card. It literally is a new business card. You don't see people trading those anymore. You see people trading Instagram handles. So also, if you're tired of fake followers and all these shady marketing tactics that you see online on YouTube and being pushed elsewhere, uh, you know, if you're tired of that, you're in the right place, because I'm going to give you some real strategies. And finally, you're ready to generate a serious income from your Instagram following, and you're ready to get paid by becoming a proper influencer on Instagram. Now, who is this training not for? Well, it's definitely not for anybody who's lazy and not willing to put in the work, because this is not an overnight success thing. This will take work. Um, it's not going to be like as hard as going to a job and waking up 6 in the morning every single day type of work, but it's going to require some work, and it's going to require enthusiasm and you having passion for what you're doing. Anyone stuck in the old ways of marketing, if you are stuck in like, if you think social media doesn't work, if you're just about like, maybe, I don't know, who still reads the newspaper, then this probably is not going to work for you. Someone who doesn't like tons of likes and comments on Instagram, I honestly don't like. I don't know anybody that doesn't like tons of likes and comments on Instagram. So, and anyone who thinks Instagram is only for fun and can't make money with it. So if you think that's not true, then you should probably stick around, because you could probably you'll probably change your mind once you've seen all this. So here's what we're going to cover really quickly. Uh, Part one: why you need to be taking advantage of this $4 billion platform. Part two: how to go from just a few followers to thousands. Part three: how one simple Instagram post can have you cleaning up in your industry and bringing all the best followers to you. And part four: how to use this little known strategy to instantly get in front of millions of ideal followers. So, real quick, why Instagram, this $4 billion platform, right? Research actually shows that Instagram is the most effective for growing engagement. See, 59% engagement versus 18% on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, and Snapchat. Like, that right there is reason alone to focus most of your time, like 80-20 rule, 80% of your time into Instagram, because that's where you're going to see the most engagement and the most results. Instagram users really crave good content. There's a page that most of you guys are probably familiar with when you log in, when you get into Instagram. It's the explore page. And it literally allows users to find new people to follow, new content to engage with. And that's the cool thing about Instagram. People are actually looking for your content. They're actually looking for people to follow. They're looking for someone interesting to follow and get and view their stories. And they're looking for new brands and businesses to buy products from. This is the only social network out there that really is okay with businesses and being sold to, really, but sold to in an interesting way. Whereas other places like Facebook, people don't really want to be sold to. They're not really looking for new things to buy, new clothing brands and things like that. Whereas on Instagram, they're totally cool with it. Average spend time on Instagram is now 53 minutes per day, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. Your ideal customers are on Instagram. There's over a billion active users, over 500 million people use Instagram every single day. Furthermore, 50 billion photos are shared to date, and there's 4.2 billion plus likes every single day. Now, guys, that's an insane amount of activity, an insane amount of engagement, and those are people that are out there looking to engage with you. Now, 80% of accounts follow a business on Instagram. This is really key. That means, you know, people are looking for to do business. As I mentioned, there's 200 million active Instagrammers visiting business profiles every single day. And they're looking for brands like yours and influencers, potential influencers like you to engage with because they're really, really craving this interaction and discovery, right? They're really interested in discovering new people, new influencers, and new brands to follow and you know buy things from, have a relationship with. Finally, Instagram stories are really, really exploding right now. You could see here, this goes up to 2017, so it's even beyond this now. But we're talking 300 million monthly active users on Instagram stories. And I'm sure this is doubled by now at least. So, why are most people missing the boat on this? Um, why are they not getting on Instagram and marketing their products or services? Well, to be honest, it's because there's not a lot of quality training on the topic. Trust me, I've looked around different programs, and I don't see anybody offering stuff that really works and that's really current. So by the end of this training, you're going to be on the inside. You're going to know what works and solid strategies that are actually working right now. So without further ado, I want to dive right into it. Now you know why Instagram's so important. And now we're going to go into 3 powerful Instagram growth strategies. So growth strategy number 1, my favorite strategy is to this one is hands down the one that can get you followers fast. It's so simple that literally almost anybody could do it. It doesn't require an insane budget, and you'll start to see followers come in almost immediately. So, what is the strategy I'm talking about? This strategy is called giveaways. So, giving away something that your followers would go crazy over can do really, really well for you to get new followers and new engagement to your page. Now, it could be your own product or it could be something else. Like if you want a general audience giveaway or something like that, like if you want to attract everybody, you could give away something like an Amazon Alexa or a Google HomeKit or something like that. Something that everybody wants, maybe a Amazon gift card or an iPhone if you could afford it. Like giving away an iPhone, trust me, like think about how many people in your life would love a free iPhone. Now it sounds expensive, but when you think about the long-term picture, you're going to make that back and tons more if you do your marketing right, and if you have something valuable to sell, you will get so much more advertising than that iPhone is worth. And as another example, if you want like female followers interested in beauty, give away a beauty product if it's a beauty product targeted at females. So yeah, so it really depends on what your niche is, but yeah, give away something that you think your followers would go crazy over. Now, make sure your followers to tag a friend in the comments. That's how you go viral, right? So when you put out this notice of you're doing a giveaway, tell them to tag a friend to enter into the contest. Say you're giving away, you know, let's say you're giving away a makeup brush. You could say tag a friend who could use this makeup brush, and they'll start tagging your friends, right? Comment and like this post. Like this post and comment tag a friend who would like this makeup brush. So you gotta make it something that they would tag their friends on. So with that, you want to have other influencers also shout out your giveaway to amplify the effect. So you want to make sure you announce this giveaway at the same time as other influencers do as well. So you could set up a deal. You could either pay them a little bit, be like, "Hey, shout me out," or you could do a trade. But basically, when you announce your contest, you want other people. It could be friends, it could be other influencers, to shout out your giveaway at the same exact time. So that way, you get a flood of traffic, a flood of followers at the same exact time, and Instagram will realize that, oh, this person's Instagram is important. This post is important. They're gonna rank you higher on the Instagram feed. So with that, you want to have a deadline as well and a limited number of giveaways to create urgency. You want people to take action. People have a short attention span on Instagram, right? So you want to make sure that the contest is only lasting for 48 hours or 3 days, or it depends on how urgent you want to make it. And a limited number of you obviously want to have a limited number of giveaways. Say you want, maybe have one iPhone to give away, or five makeup kits, something like that, right? You want to have a limited number because you can't give it away to everybody, and you want to have a sense of scarcity, actual scarcity. So show off previous winners once you've done a few giveaways. That way, people will realize that this is a legitimate giveaway because there's a lot of stuff out there that isn't legitimate, right? You want to make sure you're doing this legitimately. So show off. Once you've done this a few times, when you announce your contest, be like, "Hey guys, uh, in our last giveaway, check out the pictures," and you can have pictures of people that actually received the product that you gave away. Show the pictures off, and then be like, "I'm doing another one, and this time I'm giving away XYZ." And this time you have authenticity, you have proof that this is real, and you'll get way more people entering your contest. Now, we're going to talk about growth strategy number two. This strategy is automation. And a lot of people have a different idea about this. And this is simply not, the fact is, there's simply not enough time to manually like and follow and comment all day long, right? And engagement is kind of necessary to be able to build a following. To have a lot of followers, to be relevant on Instagram, you need followers. And to do that, you need to engage. Now, you could do this manually, and you're not required to do this automated, but I think you would be doing yourself a disservice, and your competition might be ahead of you, because they might be using things like automation. Things you could do with automation using certain softwares is you could DM, you could engage with your followers and followers of similar bigger accounts. Because when you engage with followers of bigger accounts, you already know that they're interested in the same type of stuff that you have to offer. So when you engage with them, they'll come check out your profile and potentially follow you. And you also want to engage with your own followers that you already have, so they keep coming back and viewing and consuming your content. Another thing automation lets you do is it lets you DM your newest followers automatically with a thank you message. So as soon as they follow you, maybe an hour later, automatically they'll get a message saying, "Hey, thanks for the follow," and you could put in whatever message you want. But typically, I like to thank a new follower when they follow me. Now, this is not follow unfollow, and I don't believe that's ethical. I think that's a strategy that used to work. I think that doesn't work anymore. It's very risky to be doing because Instagram doesn't like it. So my advice is you simply engage with people using likes and commenting in a way that it's not it's your true authentic self, in terms of the things that you want to say are actually things that you would want to say, and you're not unfollowing people after following them. So, and there's ways you could do this in automation programs that I'm going to talk about a little bit, and without having to, yeah, go off that side. But basically, yeah, you can. What's the great thing about automation is you can target exactly the type of users you want to engage with you, and build rapport. You're not. You can literally target followers of, let's say, Gary Vee, or you can follow the or target the followers of, Taylor Swift if you want. Like it really depends on which market you're going after. So if there's a famous coach, let's say Tony Robbins, you could follow all of Tony Robbins' followers, or not follow. You can like and comment on their content, so you can get them coming back to your account. Now, furthermore, all this is done through a special software, and this software I can't really reveal the name of the software because it's limited to a certain number of people. But this software has totally changed my Instagram game completely, and I can go into this in the private group. But right now, I just want you guys to know that if you're not using this software, you're really at a disadvantage. Of course, you can do this manually, right? You could do this all day long. You would probably have to spend pretty much all your waking hours on Instagram to be able to do this manually. So you could do that, but think of how much time you'll save, how much time you'll be able to spend with your family, how much time you'll be able to work on your actual business in terms of if you have a real life, a restaurant to run or something like that, or a coaching business. So think about how much time you'll actually save that you could put into that. That you don't have to be sitting on Instagram doing it all day long, right? So literally, you could be automatically liking posts, commenting, direct messaging, auto reposting content, following people back. And this can really drive a ton of traffic to your page and a ton of followers. So I highly recommend automation as part of your strategy. Finally, growth strategy number 3. This strategy is shoutouts. Some of you guys may or may not have heard of it. Shoutouts, or S4S as it's known, is getting another account to shout you out while you shout them out. So let's say you have 10,000 followers and you want to reach a new audience in the yoga space. So you reach out to another yoga influencer who also has 10,000 followers, and you guys agree to shout each other out, essentially letting your followers know about the other person's account, and the other person will let their followers know about your account and tell them to follow you. So, this could be done at any level. You could be doing this if you have 1,000 followers. You could find somebody else that has 1,000 followers and do an even exchange. You could do at 5,000 followers. I mean, but the issue comes when not the issue, but like let's say you have 5,000 followers and somebody else has 20,000 followers. Now they're not going to want to shout you out because they have way more followers. So you can set up a deal with them where you shout them out, but you can also pay them a little bit of money, right? It doesn't have to be much. Sometimes you can pay them $50 or $100, and that'll allow you to get relevant followers, people that would be actually interested in following you. And this person has 20,000, 30,000, or 50,000 followers, or let's say even more. You could pay. There's influencers out there that sell shout outs. Yes, it might cost you $200, $250. It depends on how big you're going, but I don't necessarily recommend that it's best to go after the biggest accounts. I think it's actually better to do trades with smaller accounts, so you don't have to spend money and you get free traffic. So if you find other accounts that have 5,000 followers, you could find hundreds of those, DM them, and do a shout out agreement, right? They'll shout you out, you shout them out. You get a bunch of new followers and you didn't have to spend a dime. So this is one of the best strategies to really grow quickly to find followers in your particular niche. Now I want you to put up some of my accounts real quick. I have one for my Airbnb and Disney that I just started. I have one for a Lamborghini exotic car rental company. You can see I just started this one as well, and I have a bunch of DMs from people that are interested in renting out the Lambo and doing potential other business deals not even related to the Lambo. So that just kind of shows you the kind of potential that Instagram has. and I've used it somewhat for one of my personal accounts. I've grown that a bit more now. So yeah, it just goes to show you the power of Instagram and the amount of, you don't even need a ton of followers, but it always helps. So, part four, this is a bonus that I threw in, and I really wanted to talk about how you can skyrocket your following through Instagram ads. A lot of people don't know about this, and a lot of people don't talk about this, but you can really get in front of exactly the people that you want to get in front of and really blow up your account. You can really get more sales and more followers through this strategy. So let's get right into it. So if you guys aren't familiar, um, Instagram has an advertising platform that's run through the Facebook Ads Manager. When you go in there, you're able to set up an advertising account. Now, not everybody has to do this, but if you're ready to take it to the next level, this is something that you can do. And you don't have to spend a ton of money. You could be spending $10 a day, and that will let you get new followers that are exactly the type that you want. So when you set up an ad account, you can go in and create an ad. What it'll ask you in step one is to select the objective. And for this, I would say you would want to either get traffic or engagement. I would recommend engagement because Facebook and Instagram really like engagement. And that's how you'll get followers as well. So select engagement and then select Instagram feed for your ads. You can select Instagram feed as well as Instagram stories. So you'll start popping up in other people's stories, which, you know, that's insane. Do you guys know? Do you guys know the power of that? Like, you could literally worldwide start showing up in people's stories that are into the stuff that you want them to be into. Super powerful stuff here, guys. So moving on to step three, who's your perfect follower? This is where we get to decide who we want, um, whose Instagram we want to show up on. So you could pick, age 25 to 60 or 25 to 35, female, English speaking, lives in the United States. Um, whatever it is, whether you could even target what they're into. So this goes down even further. You could target people who are into charities for animals, that are coupon users, and love energy drinks. Like, can you guys see how powerful that is? You could literally target down to the wire of what kind of person you want to get in front of. And this would take you a long time and almost be impossible to do manually, right? So yeah, it's really powerful to be able to do this. Imagine your niche. Who do you want to get in front of? Who would you want to target? Do you want people that are, if you're a yoga teacher that wants to target people that are into Lululemon, or you're a fitness coach who wants to target people that love Under Armour? Like, you could go so many directions with this. So super powerful stuff here. Finally, you could also break down by education level, finances, generation, whether they're parents or not, any life events, they just get married, do they own a home, rent a home. There's so many targeting abilities here. It's really unbelievable. So imagine how you could use this demographic targeting for your particular business to become an influencer in your particular niche, whether it's beauty, whether it's music, uh, whether it's cars. Like, it could literally be anything. So here's some examples of target audiences. So I'll just go down the last one, and in the third one there, this ad is targeting people in Alberta, Canada, age 45 to 65. Millennials are excluded. People who are interested in marriage or weddings, baby boomers or Generation X, and parents with adult children. So you could see how detailed, just as an example, if that's who you wanted to follow you, you could literally go in and target those people and get in front of those people uh, pretty much instantly. And step four is just waiting for those followers to come in, watching the followers flood in. Literally, you could set this up pretty quickly and just start spending $10 a day, $5 a day, even if you wanted, and you will start seeing your follower account follower count go up. You'll start seeing your engagement go up. People will start liking and commenting. This is all done without you having to be on your phone all the time, all day long, and without having to do all the deep research on where these followers are and interacting with them manually and liking and commenting all day long. So I think this is the strategy that you want to go with um, once you have done the other stuff that I talked about, including automation, including shout outs, including contests. Once you've built up your account, this is the way that you're going to explode to the next level and really, really become an influencer in whatever niche you desire. So I covered a few things. I covered three of my strategies for becoming an influencer and a powerhouse on Instagram. Now, those are just three of my strategies. I have a ton more strategies that I cover in Insta Profits Academy. So I hope you guys liked what I shared so far. If you guys got what you needed, awesome. But I'm going to cover some other stuff that I think you guys will find really, really interesting, and that I cover in Insta Profits Academy. And so just real quick, running down, setting up for success. This is super important. If you're not doing this right, you're missing out in a huge way. Because if you don't set up your Instagram right, you're losing out on a ton of followers. You're just wasting time because if you don't do this step one right, you're out of the game immediately. Step two is perfect Instagram profile. This is where I go into what a perfect Instagram profile looks like. I think I actually have um, this on different slides. Yeah, I do. So set up for success. We talked about that. Make sure you set it up perfectly from the start. A lot of people make mistakes here, and it just hurts because they could have done something so simple, and it would have that a lot of people don't know, and it would have got them way, way more followers and business. Like I said, perfect Instagram profile. You have to have the correct headline, the correct username. There's a way to do your description and your website link that really makes a big difference. So if you don't do this right, you're automatically leaving so many followers and so much money on the table. Part three, creating engaging content. Now, there's certain types of content that does better than others, right? Not all content is created equally. And part three, I'm going to go into what kind of content your users are craving to see so that you automatically get more views on your stories, more likes on your posts, and ultimately more followers by creating more engaging content and how to do that. Part four of Insta Profits Academy, I'm going to cover finding your perfect followers. Now, this is where I go into detail about finding exactly the type of followers and how to do it, how to use software automation, how to find the right followers to do shout outs with, and the right way to set up contests. And all this and more covered in how to find your perfect followers. In part five, I'm going to talk about exploding your reach with Instagram ads. You just saw how powerful Instagram ads can be, but there's a right way to do Instagram ads and there's a wrong way. Now, doing it the wrong way can be very, very costly. As I mentioned, this is something that you need to have a budget for. And if you could do it, and if you know exactly how to do it the right way, you can have an insane return on investment. Um, and then that return includes followers, engagement, and potentially lots of sales. So if you want to learn how to do it right and really scale your business to the next level, I always recommend influencers and entrepreneurs to really, really learn Instagram ads. And that's exactly what I cover here after having 10 plus years of experience running ads on Facebook and Instagram. Part six is evaluate and elevate. Now, this is critical. You want to be evaluating how your organic strategy is going, how much engagement you're getting on your organic stuff, but you also want to be evaluating your ads. So in this part, we're going to talk about figuring out how to do proper analytics. And that sounds not exciting, but like it's really important to, and not that complicated, to figure out which ads are working and which ads are not working. If you get this strategy right, it'll save you so much time and so much money that you wouldn't believe it. Like doing this simple strategy that I talk about in part six, evaluate and elevate, can really scale your business and improve your ROI in a dramatic manner. Part seven. Now, scaling is where the most fun is, right? Once you have something working, once you have these ads and your organic strategy working, how do you scale? How do you get to the next level? And how do you become a mega influencer in your niche? So, this is where I talk about how to scale, whether that's with ads or other strategies. I dive into this in part seven, scaling secrets, and you definitely do not want to miss this. If you are serious about becoming an influencer and serious about becoming a well-known brand on Instagram, this is where you need to be for sure. And I'm going to go into in detail. So by the time you're done with Insta Profits Academy, you know exactly how to run effective Instagram ads A through Z. You'll know the process of making sure your ads are profitable, and you'll be able to duplicate this for any product in any industry. And not to mention, you'll be able to do this as an influencer. You'll know how to run Instagram ads and get lots of followers and tons of engagement through Instagram ads, and to do this at a cost effective manner. By doing this, at the end of the day, you'll never run out of new customers. When you're doing things organically, you kind of hit a wall at a certain point. But by learning Instagram ads through Insta Profits Academy, you'll never run out of new customers. Literally, there's so many people on there. You'll also have the ability to profitably spend thousands of dollars a day on ads, because when you're spending that money, you're potentially doubling or tripling that in the amount of revenue that you're doing through sales, through sponsorships, through paid ads on your sponsorships for influencers. I know a lot of influencers that have been able to grow their account and now get paid tons from Mercedes and Vogue magazine. So this is very possible. And finally, you'll have your competition begging you to teach them how to do this stuff. Trust me, I bet you your competition is not doing what I'm teaching you right now. And imagine if you were able to do this, you would leave them in the dust, guaranteed. Now, let me ask you a question. Has your time on this training been well spent? And I would hope so, because I went through a few different details, and I know a lot of people get a lot of value out of this class. Now you have two options. I'm seeing a lot of yeses in the comments, and I think people are very excited about this right now. So with that, I want to say you have two options. You could take what I taught you here today and have a stab at it on your own and try to get it working for yourself. Or option two, what if I personally helped, coached, and mentored you through the entire process? And what I took an active role in your results and worked with you to help you achieve this for yourself. How would that sound? You could do it the first way, but trust me, that takes a lot of trial and error, and it takes a lot of learning and making mistakes and losing money. Trust me, I've been there. I've done it all myself from the beginning. But I wish I had someone there that could have taught me the ropes. So I would have saved years and years of time and losing money and trial and error. And you guys are super lucky to have this condensed uh, program that literally teaches you everything you need to know about Instagram marketing. Now, I put this program together because I really saw a huge need in the Instagram space, because everyone knows that Instagram is where it's at, but no one knows how to do it properly. Like, I see very rarely people doing it right, and so often I see people doing it wrong. There's a lot of misinformation out there as well. There's a lot of gurus out there that are teaching stuff that just plain does not work or doesn't work anymore, right? Instagram is changing all the time, so it's important to be on top of this, and it's also important to uh, you know listen to people that are actually in the trenches and actually doing this stuff, versus people that are just pretending to do this and have no real experience. Now, I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been involved with Facebook and Instagram pretty much since they launched. I've built my entire business and career over this, and I'm in the trenches doing Instagram marketing every single day. So it pays to learn from someone that's actually been there. Now, here's what Insta Profits Academy could do for you. No more wasting time and money with nothing to show for it. No more worrying about how the bills will be paid. Once you become an influencer and have a successful account, you will be able to monetize that. Having a reliable and dependable stream of income. Right now, a lot of people are struggling with the economy and are facing questions about what's next. They're wondering if they'll be able to work from an office again. And so, right now, this is the time. This is the time before things get worse to really capitalize on social media, to really learn Instagram. This is the moment you have in time that will allow you to step away from one stream of income and create your own stream of income by becoming an influencer on Instagram. You'll be positioned as the go to person in your industry. Right now, people are looking for experts. Why don't you become that expert that people will be going to in your industry? Further, with Insta Profits Academy, you'll be able to siphon the best customers into your business. Instagram literally lets you get in front of exactly the type of customer or follower you want. Using Insta Profits Academy, you'll be able to get the best possible followers and customers following you. Finally, you'll be in control and creating the life and business that you want to create. Now, this is the great thing about this business. It allows you to really live the life that you want, whether it's traveling all over the world, whether it's, living on an island, whether it's speaking to lots of people, being a speaker. It literally lets you step away from the desk and run this business from literally anywhere, as I'm doing right now. Now, three things that you really need to be successful are: one, detailed yet simplified training. People need stuff that's easy to understand and direct and step by step, and that's what I provided. Number two, support, coaching, and accountability. That's what I have provided for you as well through Insta Profits Academy, because it's a real community and I'm there with you every step of the way. Finally, shortcuts. You don't want to spend years and years and years to figure this out, because by then the opportunity will be gone. That's why shortcuts are super important. Every successful person has had a mentor to get a shortcut. Now, here's what's included with Insta Profits Academy. I'm going to throw in a private Facebook mastermind group that's only for students, that allows you to interact with myself and other students in the academy. And in this academy, you can bounce ideas off each other, ask your questions, and really form a mastermind, which is one of the best ways to learn anything. I think it's super important to everyone to be involved in at least one mastermind community. And with this community, you'll be able to grow your Instagram account much faster. I'm also going to throw in a lifetime knowledge vault with all the recordings of every session, in an online training vault that's password protected. You will have this for life, and you can refer back to it anytime you have a question regarding your Instagram marketing. In addition, I'm constantly going to be adding new content to this lifetime knowledge vault, and you'll be able to access it and get an alert every time there's a new lesson. So additionally, I have a 7-week program, 7 modules, and you don't even have to wait. I have all the modules recorded and ready for you to consume as soon as you get it. So you have that's valued at nearly $3,000. I have an online training vault, all the recordings, and I have a private student-only Facebook group. I do have some special bonuses for you guys that decide to jump on today. Bonus number 1, your own money-making machine. This talks about how to create a system that continually generates income for you. This is really, really valuable, especially if you're an influencer and you don't have a money-making machine yet. This will really help you monetize one of the ways you'll monetize your following. Bonus number 2, modern Facebook marketing. Now, this is valued at $2,500. We can't really ignore Facebook. Facebook's still pretty big, right? So I wanted to throw this in there because I know you want to target your potential followers wherever they are. You'll learn exactly what it takes to get leads, sales, and customers and followers using Facebook groups, Facebook ads, and influencers in 2019. Finally, bonus number 3 15-minute coaching session. Um, this is going to be a 15-minute personalized advice for you on Instagram by myself or one of my Instagram experts. This is valued at least $2,500. The coaching session, there's going to be a limited number of people that I can do that with. So literally the only the first 5 people that purchase, I can offer that 15-minute uh, coaching bonus. So you got to act fast for that one. So here's a recap of everything you're getting. Set up for success, perfect Instagram, creating engaging content, finding your perfect followers, exploding your reach with Instagram ads, evaluate and elevate, scaling secrets, lifetime knowledge vault, private Facebook mastermind group, 15-minute coaching session. This is all valued at over $11,476. Now, that is a lot of value. What is all of this worth to you? You got to ask yourself. Now, you're not going to pay $11,476 for this. Okay, definitely not going to pay that. You won't even pay $4,997 for this. But if all this did for you was skip the 18-month learning curve and jump straight into profiting from Instagram without all that headache, would it be worth $5,000 to you? Now, if all this did for you was to learn from all the mistakes I've made after spending countless hours on Instagram and over $1 million on the ad platform, would it be worth $5,000 to you? And if all this did for you was to get a return for every $3, a return of $3 for every $1 you spent on Instagram ads like clockwork, would it be worth $5,000 to you? Now, I'm not going to charge you $4,997. I'll significantly slash the price today on one condition, though. After we conclude our coaching here, you go through the program. Once you have a successful Instagram and you have followers and you have a profitable ad campaign running, you send me either a written or video testimonial. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you join Instant Profits Academy for $97. That's right. Not $5,000, but a mere $97. Now, I'm only doing this for a very limited amount of time. The reason I'm doing this is because this is the first time I'm offering this, and I want your feedback. Normally, this course will launch ultimately for $5,000. But right now, since I'm just launching it, I want to get your feedback and I want to get your testimonials. So this is really, really rare for me to launch anything at this price. Consulting with me, I've consulted on marketing for $10,000 an hour, and I have the testimonials to prove it. So this is really a rare opportunity for you to get learn exactly what's working on Instagram right now for $97. That's really less than the price you probably could pay for a cup of coffee over a month, maybe even a week. I know some people that really love their Starbucks, right? So, invest in yourself, invest in your future. This is not going to last forever. So I really urge you to take advantage. I want to also offer the first 20 people that get this. I have 3 bonuses for you. First bonus is modern Instagram marketing. This is valued at $997, and I'm throwing this in for free. Fast action bonus number 2, Facebook ads domination. This delves deep into exactly what it takes to successfully advertise on Facebook as a beginner. It's the ultimate guide and literally covers everything. Fast action bonus number 3, Instagram monetization checklist and Instagram stories. These 2 products will let you know exactly what you need to do and have a thorough checklist to make sure you're doing everything right, and Instagram stories, which has been so powerful. And you really don't want to miss out on Instagram stories because it's taking off right now like crazy. And this is going to tell you exactly the right way to be doing Instagram stories. So here's a recap of everything again. You got way more value, even more value than before. I don't even know. I just keep giving you guys stuff. So all that stuff, I want you to guys really be next. I want you guys to be the next big influencers. I want you guys to be the next experts in your industry. I want you guys to be the biggest brand in your respective niche. So I'm also offering a 30-day guarantee. If you are not satisfied, just shoot me an email and I will get you a full refund if you have actually implemented what I taught you. If you show me that you've actually tried the stuff that I'm teaching you, if you don't get the results, then I will issue you a full refund if you ask me within 30 days. So I'm 100% committed to your success. I'll do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to make sure you get results. Go ahead and click the button on the right. You should see an enroll now button. Click there, or you can go to instaprofitsacademy.com/enroll that you see on the bottom of your screen over there. So either one, you guys can either go to instaprofitsacademy.com/enroll, or you can click on the blue enroll now button on the side, and that'll take you to the enrollment page. I'm not sure how long it'll be available, how long the program will stay up, but once all the seats are taken. So you should act fast. I'm gonna let you guys take care of that now. If you guys have, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on the Academy. If you guys shoot me a message, I will send you a free infographic PDF about how you guys can get started. Um, Shoot me a message on Instagram or shoot me an email. Once you have registered, you should have an email from us already. So just reply to that email. But you guys do have just a little bit more time to take advantage of this opportunity. It's not going to last very long. But again, thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely had a blast. Thank you for everyone that's joined from all over the world and for all your comments and feedback. I'm really looking forward to joining you guys in Insta Profits Academy on Instagram and on the Facebook group. I will be there. So as soon as you guys join, you'll get an invite, and I'll be saying hi to you guys over there. Thank you guys so much, and see you guys on Insta Profits Academy. See you guys there. Peace.